Hey everybody, Dave Brown here from Okuma Fishing Tackle. And this week's Tune Up Tuesday, we're going to talk about fishing the Carolina rig, how to rig it, how to fish it. Now, fishing the Carolina rig is one of the easiest and most popular ways to fish for bass. It's very easy to set up, and once you get it down, it's very easy and very effective. All it is you have a weighted section right up above your bait with a leader in between. Now what you want to do when you're setting this up is you're going to take your main line, you're going to add a little bullet style weight with a little bead. You don't have to use the bead, but it's one way that everybody likes to do it. You're going to have a little swivel section right above that. Then you're going to add your leader. However long of a leader you like to do. Most people do between 1 to 2 feet, 2 to 3 feet, depending on your water clarity and how you like to work your bait. Big bait, little bait, it's totally up to you. But I've got about 2 feet of line here, and then you're down to your bait. In general, and the way I like to do it is I like to rig my bait weedless. I happen to have a Fish Lab Slamamander bait on here, rigged weedless down below. Now, when you're fishing the Carolina rig, what's unique about it is you make that long cast and you just let your bait sit. When that bait is rigged weedless back behind that bait, it's free to do whatever it's gonna do. If you're fishing a river system, you're gonna have some movement in that water, so you're gonna use a little heavier weight, and that bait's gonna swim around. It might come up off the bottom, down to the bottom, side to side. However it's gonna work, but it's free to do what it's gonna do. A lot of times that's gonna draw on those big strikes from those big bass. If you're fishing a lake system like we are behind us here where there's no water movement, you're gonna make that long cast and let it sit. That weight's gonna get to the bottom and that bait's gonna fall down. Now what you wanna do when you're fishing is raise that rod tip and then reel in your slack as you go back down. Every time you raise that rod tip, your weight's gonna move, your bait's gonna move as well. So it's gonna come up off the bottom and drop back down. That's gonna create that illusion of that water movement like you have in those river systems. Very simple, very effective technique. As far as baits to use for the Carolina rig, you can use just about anything you like in the soft plastic type category. We're talking worms, lizards, stick baits, craws. There's all kinds of different variety of things you can use. Totally personal preference. I'm digging these new Slamamanders. They get bit. They're awesome, especially if you're working around beds or fish that are staging up to get to go into their bed type of spring fishing. Very effective baits. But that's the Carolina rig. We just want to give you a quick tip on setting it up and what it's all about. We appreciate y'all checking in. For more tips, tricks, and techniques, head over to okumafishingusa.com.